Today is 22nd of May 1999. Last month we studied about avijja paccaya sankhara and sankhara paccaya vijnana. But for sankhara paccaya vijnana it's not finished yet. So for today I would like to review a little bit, avijja paccaya sankhara. That's because there's ignorance as condition, karma formation arise. That we already studied about is the avijja. It's not knowingness of the Four Noble Truths and so on. The realities of avijja here is moha. Moha citasika, right? Moha citasika. This moha citasika that's concomitant with the 12 akusala citta. This means moha in akusala citta, unwholesome consciousness, are called avijja. Right? For the sankhara here is formation of merit. This embraces all cetana, volitions in a kamavajara kusala. This is the great wholesome consciousness. And 5 rupavajara kusala citta is the form sphere wholesome consciousness. 5. And formation of demerit. This is the cetana in 12 akusala citta. Yes, cetana is unwholesome consciousness. 12. And formation of imperturbable or unshakable. This means cetana or volitions in 4 arupavajara kusala citta. Formless wholesome consciousness 4. That's the realities of the sankhara. So how many is consciousness here? The great wholesome consciousness A, and form sphere wholesome consciousness 5, and 13, right? And cetana in this 12 akusala citta, 12 and 13, 25, and formless sphere wholesome consciousness 4, 29. This means cetana in the 29 type of consciousness are called sankhara. See, right? That's cetana in 29 type of consciousness. Here you take wholesome and unwholesome, but the volition of the 4 supramundane wholesome consciousness 4 is not regarded as a sankhara here. We don't take it, right? Just taking only this the mundane wholesome consciousness. It's not supramundane wholesome consciousness because this the 4 supramundane part, magga citta, 4, right? And this 4 is tend to eradicate the ignorance. It's not to produce life. That's why it's not taken. And sankhara paccaya vijnana here, because there are karma formation as conditions, rebirth or a certain consciousness arises. So you're taking 2, rebirth consciousness 19, right? A resultant consciousness here should be mundane resultant consciousness 32. This is their realities. Right? Sankhara is taking Chetana in 29 type of consciousness. Vijnana here is just taking 32 mundane resultant consciousness. A rebirth consciousness just including into 32, right? 32 mundane resultant consciousness. This for 32, this mundane resultant consciousness can be experienced during our lifetime. Because last month I was talking about that because of the formation of demerit. Right? Formation of demerit arises vijnana. What kind of vijnana here? Rebirth consciousness. See here. Rebirth consciousness here, this one. Agusala vipaka ubekha sandirana. See that here, right? This one. Because of this formation of demerit, the Chetana in agusala, unwholesome consciousness as the cause, right? As effect becomes the vijnana here, rebirth consciousness. This rebirth consciousness is performed its duty in a woeful state. This unwholesome consciousness is the cause, vijnana is the effect, right? For the formation of the demerit, and it's become this rebirth consciousness, ubekha sandirana, akusala, ahiduka, akusala vipaka ubekha sandirana. Right? And because the formation of merit, this formation of merit is meant here because we do, see it here, right? This is the great wholesome consciousness state. We do the generosities or moralities or this the meditation. We do the meritorious by physically or by verbally or by mentally as the cause, right? And then this the sankhara, this the Chetana in this the great wholesome consciousness, right? Sankhara pacaya vijnana. Vijnana is the rebirth consciousness arises. What kind of rebirth consciousness here? When you do this the meritorious deed, here we have the two root and three roots, right? If your meritorious deed is you do with the wisdom, just here's the alova, adosa, right? But no amoha, no wisdom. Without wisdom, because two roots. Maybe you remember that, right? Just the jnana vipayutta. Here's the jnana vipayutta. And when you do this meritorious deed, the before and after, maybe the greed, hatred, delusion, or others mental defilements arise in your mind. And that's your meritorious deed, no wisdom, and accompanied with just mental defilement. And then become inferior. So if you do, like for example, the last one here, great wholesome consciousness, the last one, what's the last one? Ubekha Sagadam Yana Vipayuta Sa Sankharika, right? With indifferent feelings, right? No wisdom prompted and inferior come. As a result, if you give a result, next slide. So Sankhya, this the meritorious state, this the formation of this merit will become ahituka kusala vipaka, just the rootless, wholesome, resultant consciousness, ubekha, sandirana. See that, right? It's as the rebirth consciousness perform its duty in human world by this person since conception, blind, deaf, so on, right? Even becomes gods, so protects the tree or protects the mountain, something like that. It's not have power. It's the minor god. So their rebirth consciousness is less wholesome, resultant consciousness, ubekha, sandirana. This means I would like all of you to know that this is the vijnana here, because of the sankhara merit, was the formation of merit. Vijnana arises. What kind of vijnana? So you should know differently. And formation of merit here. Chidana is 8. Great wholesome consciousness. When you do meritorious deed, is accompanied by pleasure, by wisdom. For example, the first one, right? By pleasure, by wisdom, unprompted. If you give the result, should be the same one. Just a great resultant consciousness, right? Should be, if the cause is the first one, the result, the rebirth consciousness also should be the first one. See that, right? So when you do meritorious deed, do it by the second one, just the somanasa sagatam, accompanied by just the pleasurable feeling, and with wisdom, but prompted, right? Your rebirth consciousness should be the second one. Right? Should be the second one. So, if when you do meritorious deed by ubekha, in different feeling, so your rebirth consciousness should be ubekha. That's why the person is different. If your rebirth consciousness accompanied by pleasurable feeling, as we already studied in chapter 1, you will have a smiling face, and so on. If you did meritorious deed by wisdom, you will become intelligent person. So, if your rebirth consciousness is the first one, second one, and the fifth one and the sixth one, is jnana sambayutta, accompanied by wisdom, right? This life you can become a noble person. If your rebirth consciousness is without wisdom. Like this, that the great is certain consciousness, the third one, the fourth one, and the seventh and eighth. You cannot become a noble person. So depend on what you did previous life as the cause. Right? Present life, your rebirth consciousness, maybe this wisdom, maybe without wisdom. So Vijnana here is taking great resultant consciousness 8. Your meritorious deeds maybe you did by physically or verbally or mentally, or maybe dana, generosity, sila, morality, or bhavana, meditation. We already studied chapter 5 in detail about the skama, right? Just the superior or inferior, 3 good root or two good root. We already studied about that. Just a review. And here, for a merit, formation of merit, the 5 rupa vajara kusala citta, form sphere, wholesome consciousness, 5 is meant here. Right? This wholesome consciousness, this certain consciousness. When you practice meditation, tranquility meditation, you gain the first jhana. Right? First jhana. If your jhana is intact, you don't lose your jhana. When you die, the sankhara, the Chetana in this, the first form severe wholesome consciousness, give a result. Next life, your Vijnana rebirth consciousness should be the first one. Right? The first one. If the first one remembers the 31 planes of existence, this, your rebirth consciousness, good perform its duty is the first jhana plane. 3 planes. Right? 3 planes. If you gain second jhana, form sphere, second wholesome jhana, is Chetana in here. Your sankhara pacaya vijnana, right? If sankhara Chetana in the second jhana, if you gain the second jhana, after you die, you will become, your rebirth consciousness should be the second one. Second one. The second one of this rebirth consciousness will perform its duty at a second rupa jhana. The 3 planes. That remembers the one I already give you. This sankhara pacaya vijnana is meant because of this formation of merit. Right? Chetana in this form sphere wholesome consciousness give rise to this rebirth consciousness in form sphere second jhana plane. If you gain third jhana, Chetana in this form sphere wholesome consciousness will produce rebirth consciousness. What rebirth consciousness? The third one. The third, right? The third resultant form sphere resultant consciousness. As rebirth consciousness, this rebirth consciousness is going to perform its duty at a second jhana plane. The second jhana play. So here, second jhana and the third jhana. These two jhana, if you gain second jhana or third jhana, your vijnana is the difference. Rebirth consciousness different, but the play is the same. Please remember that the play is the same play. If you gain the fourth jhana, right, the fourth jhana, if you gain the fourth jhana, this means Chetana, volition in this, the fourth jhana, form sphere, wholesome consciousness, will give rise to produce this or linking consciousness, rebirth consciousness in rupa, the form sphere play. What kind of play? Third jhana. Yeah, this fourth jhana, wholesome consciousness, will produce rebirth consciousness. The fourth resultant consciousness in the third plane, the third jhana plane, the three plane. So if you gain the fifth jhana, this Chetana in the fifth form sphere, wholesome consciousness, will produce vijnana, rebirth consciousness. What rebirth consciousness? The fifth, right? Fifth rebirth consciousness. This rebirth consciousness will perform its duty at the fourth jhana plane. See the fourth jhana plane. The fourth jhana plane, how many plane? 7. Right? 7. Just Vihapala, 1, Asanya Satta, 1, and the pure abode, 5. So first jhana planes the 3, second jhana planes 3, the third jhana planes 3, the fourth jhana planes 7. So altogether, form spheres are 16. If someone gain the fifth jhana, this form sphere, wholesome consciousness, fifth jhana, he's staying there because of consciousness, because of mind. We have to suffer so many things. It's no mind, just body. We have to suffer. He think that, and then he practice meditation according to his desire. When he died, he go to reborn, and it's the mindless as a mindless being, right? It's mindless being. That's play asanya satta play. It's the including into the fourth jhana play. See that, right? Here. But here, the fifth jhana, this produce is not vijnana, because asanya satta, this the mindless being, is no vijnana, no mind, no consciousness. Their rebirth as the vital knowledge, jivita, navaka, klapa. As we already studied in chapter 6 about the matter, their rebirth is not mind, it's the body. It's rupa, matter. The 9 kind of matter we call vital knowledge. So it is for formation of merit. Chetana in 5, form sphere, wholesome consciousness is produced. The 5 resultant rebirth consciousness in form sphere. Right? The last one is here formation of imperturbable or unshakable. Here, reality here is the Chetana in four formless sphere, wholesome consciousness. You hear? See that, right? This Chetana in formless sphere, wholesome consciousness, four are called formation of imperturbable. Right? So if you gain this akasa nanchayarana, this the jhana, this chetana will produce rebirth consciousness, resultant consciousness, akasa nanchayarana, rebirth consciousness. What play? Akasa nanchayarana play. Understand that, right? So depend on your jhana. If you gain the second, the vijnananjayarana, the jhana, this chetana in this vijnananjayarana jhana or this consciousness, this wholesome consciousness will produce vijnana. What kind of vijnana? Vijnananjayarana resultant consciousness in vijnananjayarana plane. If you gain third, akinchanya yarana, jhana, chetana, volition in this wholesome consciousness will produce vijnana. What kind of vijnana? Akinchanya yarana. Resultant consciousness, what play? Akinchanya yarana play. If you gain neva sanya nasanya yarana, wholesome consciousness, this jhana, this jhana in this neva sanya nasanya yarana, this wholesome consciousness will produce vijnana. Neva sanya nasayarana vijnana, resultant consciousness as rebirth consciousness. What play? Neva sanya nasanya yarana play, the top of the 31, play of existence. Right? So it means sankhara paccaya vijnana. Because of sankhara, because of this chetana in this wholesome, unwholesome, this consciousness produce vijnana, rebirth consciousness in 31 plane of existence. That's why it's no creator here. No one create to become the animal or to become hungry ghosts or to become hell being, to become human beings, or gods, or Brahma, and so on. What's the cause? Avijja, paccaya, sankhara, avijja, because ignorance doesn't know the noble truth. And then tanha, craving, desires arise. I have desires to become human being, to be reborn in heaven. Why does person have that kind of craving, that kind of desire? Because he doesn't know. Ignorance, right? Because he doesn't know, he wants that. Why he wants it? Because he doesn't know. Avijja and tanha. Right? When tanha grow up, become bigger, become attachment. It becomes the cling to what he wants. And then he have to do karma, sankhara, right? Sankhara. Maybe do demeritorious state, maybe meritorious state. Even he does meritorious state, just want to be a human beings. I want to be the angel, and so on. And then you do something, meritorious state, generosity, morality, or meditation, or do the good thing by physically, through verbally, or mentally. So because of avijja, ignorance, tanha, craving, upadana, or grasping, or clinging, or attachment, and sankhara, or karma, or action. Yes, four kind of things as the cause. And that's become beings. In any one of existence, so no one created to become a being. According to the spiritual samupada, a dependent origination, we know the cause of life, this vijnana. Where it come from, this vijnana? Come from sankhara. Where sankharas come from? Avijja. See that? Here it's talking about just vijnana here, it's talking about only rebirth consciousness because of sankhara or chetana, right? This rebirth consciousness arises. How many rebirth consciousness? 19, right? 19. Ubekha Sandirana 2, Mahavipaka 8, right? And Rubhavajara Vipaka 5, Arubhavajara Vipaka 4, altogether 19. This 9 is the rebirth consciousness, 19. For the lifetime, here, vijnana, the really a vijnana here, 32 mundane resultant consciousness, 32. Experienced during lifetime. This means it's not regarding about rebirth consciousness, right? For the lifetime here, ahetuka, akusala vipaka, this means unwholesome resultant consciousness 7, right? This because of this formation of the merit, the previous life, because of this formation of the merit, right? And then become unwholesome resultant consciousness 7. You will come across such as undesirable color, sound, odor, taste, touch, and so on. Why you have to come across with this undesirable object? Because of formation of the merit, what you have done previous life as the cause. Right? And because of formation of merit, what we have done previous life is the great wholesome consciousness 8. Right? This present life, you will come across the desirable object. Here, desired object. What are they? Wholesome, resultant consciousness. How many one? 8. 8. So all that's a desirable object. It's good, you see it's good color, you see it's the good sound, or good smell, or good taste, or good tangible object, good touch, and so on. Just because of formation of merit, what you have done previous life. This present life, you will come across all these desirable objects, good objects. See that, right? And also, this Mahavipaka, the great certain consciousness, is not only perform this rebirth function. You ought to study of chapter 3. What's their function? 4, right? Remember that? How many functions? Rebirth, bhavanga, life continuums, right? Duty, death, right? And Padharamana, registering consciousness, registering function. See, right? We already studied in chapter 3, right? Where it's the function of all kind of this consciousness. We already study one by one. Some just have only one function, right? Some 2, some 3, some 4, some 5. So after jhana, the Dharana will come, right? Registering consciousness. And this the jhana is experienced enjoys the taste of this object. After jhana, 7 jhana rise in this sphere, 2 Tadharamana, registering consciousness, arise after jhana. What is their object? The same with the jhana, consciousness, right? So they have good object. Because of what? Because of this the formation of merit. That's why here, for us, the lifetime can experience this 32 mundane resultant consciousness too. So now we're talking about Sankhara Paccaya Vijnanam, right? Sankhara Paccaya Vijnanam. Because of this Sankhara, formation of merit or demerit, or formation of the imperturbable, this Vijnana arises. This Vijnana is two kinds of Vijnana, right? Rebirth consciousness and resultant consciousness. Right? Rebirth consciousness means when we start rebirth take place, the first consciousness in this present life, rebirth consciousness. And for the lifetime can experience that consciousness we call povati. In Pali we call povati. Let us say, oh, you see, it's good thing, desirable object. It's not regarding about rebirth consciousness. That's the experience by the lifetime, right? Povati. Here, if we don't understand how the rebirth takes place, this can become the wrong view. It's very hard to understand about rebirth. Now, how our life begin. Without studying about this the Abhidhamma, no one understands about our life. How does our rebirth consciousness take place? Because of what? Something like that. And in chapter 4, we study about the thought process of death. Remember that, right? When we die, for a thought process, just two bhavanga, tita bhavanga, bhavanga charana, bhavanga upajira, and manodara vajana, and javana, 5 times. And then maybe Dadaramana 2. After Dadaramana 2, Juti. Juti is the death, right? Death consciousness, Juti. After Juti is the last consciousness of this previous life. After Juti, Patisandhi, a rebirth consciousness rises. See that, right? Rebirth consciousness rises. So, between this Patisandhi, Juti and Patisandhi, it's not the same one. See, it's very hard to understand, very hard to understand. So, we have to think about the thought process. Juti, dead consciousness, arises and disappears. After dead consciousness disappears, rebirth consciousness takes place in next life. This rebirth consciousness is not meant, arises by itself without the cause. Right? Without the cause. If we say this rebirth consciousness arises without the cause, without connection with the previous life, this becomes what's called annihilation. Right? This means after death, it's nothing beyond this life. Become annihilation. If you say this rebirth consciousness is come from the previous life, as move to this the next life, this become eternalism. We have to avoid from both, annihilation and that's the eternalism. This means this rebirth consciousness is not become by itself. It's not regarding about the past. And it's not means from previous life and it's moved to the present life. So to understand that, we should take example. Because this problem about atta, ego, somebody said, we have ego. Just our ego is in our body, or maybe in our heart, something like that. Inside our body is the control or govern the doings of man. Something like that, When it's our body, when we die, maybe someone buries our body, when we make cremation, but some they think that our ego is the permanent, right? It's the impermanent, immortal, and go to other's body and become the person. Some they think that everything like that is eternalism. it's not correct. It's not correct. So what we have to take, for example, or sometimes we go to in a cave, right? In a cave, when you make shouting, and you will hear the echo, right? Echo. This echo is not your voice, right? It's not your voice. And without your voice, without your shouting, this echo cannot occur. So this means this echo is not original from your voice. It's not without your voice. This is the cause and effect, because you have shouting in the cave, and then you hear the sound. That's one thing, right? Another thing is like the image. You stand up in front of the mirror, you see your image on the mirror. Your image is not you. You is not image. It's different, right? Different. Because you stand in front of mirrors, your image appears on a mirror. But your image is not you. And without you, the image cannot appear. Right? Just one example. Or another example is like the candle. When you light a candle, or from one candle you light another candle, and it's not means the light for the first candle moves to the second one, the third one. It's not like that. Just they have remain the same. Without the first light of the candle, there is no light for the second, the third candle. Depend on the first candle, the second, third, fourth candles can light it. Just another, for example. And another one is the seal. When you stamp seal on a paper, you see impression on a paper. But impression on a paper is not means the first the seal go to appears to just on a paper. Just remain the same. But that's impression, and without the first seal,